Good evening. Thank you for attending tonight and hopefully over the next several days as we enjoy the symposia at UCSD. I am Ray McEwen. I'm the chairman of the Kyoto Symposium Organization. We have been listening to the Overture to the Kyoto Ceremony, written by Nobuyoshi Koshibe and performed by the Kyoto Symphony Orchestra and conducted by Naoto Otomo. Earlier, if you were listening to the prelude leading up to tonight's event, you would have been listening to Yo-Yo Ma, also playing with the Kyoto Symphony Orchestra. We'd like to give special thanks again to our major benefactor, the Inamori Foundation, and our presenting sponsor, MUFG, and Union Bank. Our two host universities, PLNU and UCSD, and all those other sponsors who joined them to make this possible and the next several days possible. As you may know, the Kyoto Prize has been awarded for 35 years. Each year, only 3 are awarded. There's one in advanced technology, one in basic science, and one in the arts and humanities. Each prize brings with it many honors, but most notably, it also brings 100 million yen to the laureate recipient. That's nearly $900,000 in American currency. More than a dozen have also gone on to win the Nobel Prize, and we're pleased at their success following their receipt of the Kyoto laureate. The Kyoto Prize is special in that it's afforded in 3 cities. The Nobel Prize is celebrated in Stockholm and Oslo, and in similar fashion, the Kyoto Prize is celebrated in Kyoto, San Diego, and Oxford. We hope to remain chosen as a host city for decades to come, and with your help, I'm sure that we can. Now, before we go further, let's listen to a few minutes of the gift of music from the Kyoto Seibo Elementary Children's Choir. Children can teach us, and they can also set a tone that will make our evening event that much more enjoyable. And now, the children. We hope you enjoyed the children. I know we always do. We will now hear from Kaz Koshi, Executive Chairman of MUFG of the Americas and Union Bank. And he will be followed by Mrs. Inamori Kanazawa, President of the Inamori Foundation. Kaz.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Kyoto Symposium Organization Board and everyone at MUFG Union Bank, it's an honor to welcome you to the 20th Annual Kyoto Prize Symposium Gala. Because of the global pandemic, this event is taking place a year later than we planned and looks a little bit different. But we're still excited to celebrate the symposium virtually with all of you. So greetings from New York, and welcome to distinguished guests and officers from around the world, including Mrs. Shinobu Inamori Kanazawa, President of Inamori Foundation, who will be with us in video from Japan in a moment. Tonight, we celebrate 3 tremendous laureates who have lifted the human spirits through technology, science, and art. Over the past 36 years, the recognition from Inamori Foundation has gone to 111 individuals and 1 distinguished group from 70 nations who have made significant contribution to society. A number of them went on to be named Nobel Prize laureates as well. Tonight, we also award college scholarships to 7 high school seniors from San Diego and Tijuana, and honor 6 finalists and 23 semi-finalists. Over the past 15 years, with special funding from the Inamori Foundation and with related scholarships, we've been able to grant more than $3.5 million in educational support to more than 250 recipients. Our wish is for these students to draw their own inspiration from Kyoto Prize laureates of present and past and carry on the spirit of their work. Of course, none of this would be possible without the incredible vision of Dr. Kazuo Inamori, the founder of Inamori Foundation. As you know, each year, laureates receive a Kyoto Prize medal with a distinct inscription. Our laureates received their Kyoto Prize medal in Kyoto in 2019. Their inscription reads like this, first in Japanese. 動眼力なくしてよく徹底するものあることなし. Now in English, it reads, without the power of the vow, the way cannot be attained. These are the words of Hakuin Ekaku, a Japanese Zen master. It teaches that whatever our path may be in life, seeing it through successfully demands a powerful commitment to a dream. This was his wish, and tonight, in our ways, we help honor it by hoping to give the dream a way forward in real ways, in real lives. Thank you for listening and for all your support. And now, please welcome from Kyoto, the President of the Inamori Foundation, Mrs. Shinobu Inamori Kanazawa.
Hello, I am Shinobu Inamori Kanazawa, President of the Inamori Foundation in Kyoto, Japan. The Kyoto Prize Symposium has a history of 20 years in San Diego, connecting young and bright minds in the area to the world's outstanding individuals. It is our great pleasure to be able to introduce our Kyoto Prize laureates to the American audience and beyond through this symposium. I would like to thank our partners in San Diego who are the host of this event. Chair Ray Makion, Mr. Kazuo Koshi, and all directors of the Kyoto Prize Symposium Organization, the Chancellor and President of the University of California, San Diego, and Point Loma Nazarene University, and many sponsors and supporters in and around San Diego, for continuing to realize this symposium despite numerous obstacles during this difficult time. Also, a very warm welcome to the audience. Thank you for joining us in congratulating the 2019 Kyoto Prize laureates, Dr. Tam, Dr. Gam, and Mrs. Munyushkin. You will soon find out that they are all outstanding individuals with loving personalities. I hope you enjoy this opportunity to get to know them well.
Thank you again to our major benefactors. We could not do this without you. As you know, it takes a lot of people to put together something that you're enjoying this evening and that we'll enjoy over the next few days for the symposia at UCSD. It's a many factored group. Let's take a look at this first slide where we'll see the committees that were formed to help us. We have a host committee, an operations committee, a communications and PR committee, and a scholarship committee. Note how many people are on each of these committees, and I will report to you, they're not just names. They're active, they work hard, and they contribute mightily to what we do. On this next slide, you will see our board of directors. And a remarkable board it is. It is comprised of Malin Burnham, our founder, and Kate Leonard, our treasurer, Dr. Peter Farrell, Dr. Mary Walshock, and Dr. Magda Marquette, Hank Nordoff, Dennis Otsuji, and Paul Robinson, Kimberly Becker, Rodney Lanthorn, and our past chair, David Doyle. And of course, viewing us from Japan, Shoichi Hamono, and from New York, and from whom we just heard, Kazuo Koshi. You will also see on this same slide a very powerful board of advisors. They too are not just names. They contribute, they attend many of our meetings, and they give us very valuable, indispensable advice. On this next slide, we'd like to pay tribute to and thank once again our retiring honorary chair, Dr. Irwin Jacobs, founder of Qualcomm, who over the years forged a deep personal relationship with Dr. Inamori, the founder of the Kyoto Prize. We have all been beneficiaries of their friendship and of Dr. Jacobs' service. Thank you so much. And with that, I would like to introduce Mary Walshock, Associate Vice Chancellor, University of California, San Diego, Dean of the Extension Program, and my friend, Mary.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to introduce you to the two universities who co-host this fabulous annual event. And let's take a look at who they are. We begin with Point Loma Nazarene University, PLNU, a beautifully located campus at the tip of Point Loma with outstanding programs in fields such as teacher education and a nationally recognized writers program, both of which are relevant to their work with the Kyoto Symposium and to the interests of the Inamori Foundation. UC San Diego, my campus, is internationally ranked in the top 10 research universities, and we bring to the Kyoto experience a comprehensive faculty made up of extraordinary scientists, engineers, as well as humanists, artists, and scholars. We are one of the largest winners of Pulitzer Prizes, Nobel Prizes, and have a stunning array of National Academy of Science members. These two universities are very, very complementary in their work and are grateful to be part of this wonderful symposium. And we have some opening remarks from each of their CEOs.
For the past 15 years, PLNU has been an active supporter and partner of the Kyoto Prize Symposium as San Diego recognizes and celebrates the accomplishments of renowned scholars, researchers, and influential leaders in arts and philosophy. With the accomplishments of the Kyoto Prize Symposium as the foundation, PLNU looks forward to a long and productive relationship in recognizing the achievements of the Kyoto Prize laureates and their impact upon the betterment of humankind.
Welcome to this virtual Kyoto Prize Symposium Gala. Tonight, we celebrate Kyoto laureates, Dr. Ching Tang, Dr. James Gunn, and Mrs. Ariane Nushkini. And we also honor our local scholarship recipients. The Kyoto Prize is Japan's highest private award for lifetime achievement in the fields of advanced technology, basic sciences, and the arts and philosophy. Given by the Inamori Foundation, the Kyoto Prize is presented to individuals and groups worldwide who have contributed significantly to the betterment of mankind. The Inamori Foundation and UC San Diego share similar missions. We are both committed to scientific progress. We are both committed to cultural advancement. And we are both committed to solving complex issues through multidisciplinary research. World-renowned faculty from our two institutions have worked together across multiple disciplines to forward scientific discovery. Together, we are driving innovations in science, innovations in medicine, and innovations in technology. So, on behalf of UC San Diego and our colleagues at Kyoto University and Oxford University, thank you all for attending this virtual gala. Your support is essential to the continuing success of the Kyoto Prize Symposium and its scholarships programs. Please enjoy the evening.
Over the next 2 days, the symposium laureates will be presenting remarkable talks and engaging in conversations with faculty hosts. I'd very much like you to meet the deans of the schools that are hosting the laureates and the faculty who will be in conversation with them. Let's begin with Cristina Della Colletta, who is the Dean of the Division of Arts and Humanities, and through her division, a wonderful professor who you will meet tomorrow if you participate in the lecture, Alan Havis, who's been chair of theater and dance, will be the host for Minushkin. On the following day, we have 2 laureates. The first in advanced technology, hosted by Dean Al Pisano, and he has designated Darren Lipomi, a professor in the Department of Nanoengineering, to serve as the host of Chin Tong. We'll conclude on Thursday with a lecture by Professor Gunn, and his host is the Dean of the Physical Sciences, a physicist, Dr. Stephen Boggs, but his introducer and the person with whom he will have a very engaging conversation after his lecture is Allison Coley. She is a professor of physics and involved with the Center for Astrophysics and Space Sciences at UCSD. I would now like to move on to introduce a wonderful supporter of the Kyoto Symposium who will introduce our first laureate, Kimberly Becker from the San Diego Airport Authority, where she is the CEO. So let's hear from Kimberly.
This evening, I am honored to introduce our Kyoto Prize laureate in Basic Sciences, Professor James Gunn. Jim Gunn is Professor Emeritus of Astrophysical Sciences at Princeton. In 1930, Pluto was discovered, and astronomers could only dream and theorize about the stars and galaxies beyond. By 2009, thanks to the work done by Jim and other leading astrophysicists and cosmologists, 230 million celestial objects were cataloged. 930,000 galaxies and 460,000 stars were obtained. Today, because of Jim's work, our understanding of the cosmos continues to expand. In addition to Professor Gunn's scientific achievements, in the 1990s, with the help of Sloan Foundation and university funds, he was instrumental in transforming the university consortium to an open source project covering dozens of universities, hundreds of millions of dollars, and thousands of astrophysicists who continue to map the cosmos today. Professor Gunn is a member of the National Academy of Sciences. His many awards and honors include the Crayford Prize in Astronomy, the Gruber Prize in Cosmology, and many other awards, including the most valued Kyoto Prize. On Thursday, March 25th, Professor Allison Coyle of UCSD will host Professor Gunn for a Kyoto Prize Symposium presentation of his work and mapping of the cosmos. Meanwhile, let me introduce and congratulate the latest Kyoto Prize laureate in basic sciences, Professor James Gunn.
James Gunn was born in 1938 in Texas, and even as a small boy, dreamt of becoming an astronomer. He also had a strong interest in building, and as a child, he learned to use tools related to his father's work as an exploration geophysicist. He had already built several telescopes by the age of 12, and in high school, he moved on to build a photographic telescope with a solid-state electronic drive. After earning a bachelor's degree at Rice University, Dr. Gunn received a PhD in astronomy and physics from the California Institute of Technology in 1965. Starting in 1992, as a professor at Princeton University, Dr. Gunn led a team of scientists from across the US and Japan to develop the Sloan Digital Sky Survey, or SDSS, the first three-dimensional digital cosmic map. Through their innovative use of semiconductor image sensors, fiber optics, and state-of-the-art instrumentation, the team created what is considered one of the most successful projects in the history of observational astronomy. The groundbreaking SDSS Legacy Survey has cataloged 230 million celestial objects. SDSS has also led to numerous other breakthrough discoveries, ranging from the distribution and chemical composition of asteroids in our own solar system to the large-scale structure of the universe. Astronomers usually choose one of three paths: theory, observation, or instrument building. Dr. Gunn is a pioneer of all three, publishing many original astronomical theories, gathering data on the universe, and designing and building instruments, including his work in building the first Hubble Space Telescope camera and leading the construction of the Prime Focus spectrograph. Dr. Gunn is now the Eugene Higgins Professor Emeritus of Astrophysical Sciences at Princeton University. His message to the next generation is, be brave and honest enough to know yourself, know your strengths and limitations, then build on the former and work on the latter.
I'm sure I speak for all of the laureates when I say how deeply honored we are to be here and to receive the Kyoto Prize and to join the really incredible list of distinguished people who have had it before.
To bring you our next two laureates, I'd like to introduce you to board member Dr. Peter Farrell, who 30 years ago founded ResMed, the leading sleep apnea company in the world, and also my friend, and as I recently learned, an extraordinary squash player. Peter.
Thank you, Ray. Used to be an extraordinary squash player, I should say. It is now my privilege to introduce our next laureate for advanced technology, Dr. Ching Tung, a chemist and revolutionary innovator in the field of organic light-emitting diodes, or OLEDs. Dr. Tung is a professor at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. I assume that's a challenging position right at the moment. A professor emeritus at the University of Rochester, and he is also a member of the National Academy of Engineering. He has received countless awards and honours, and which we shall hear about shortly in a video, but most notably, like the other past Kyoto laureates in advanced technology, Dr. Tung had the intuitive foresight to see a need assess the challenges in meeting that need, and yet see a possibility. And then after years of perhaps frustrating research and no question some disappointments, he prevailed and discovered something that now we all use and depend upon. Now here in this short video about Dr. Tung, you'll hear a little more.
Chin W. Tong was born in Hong Kong in 1947. As a child, he was curious about how things work and enjoyed making and repairing tools. He became interested in science in high school and earned a Bachelor of Science degree from the University of British Columbia. Dr. Tong received a PhD in physical chemistry from Cornell University in 1975, after which he joined Eastman Kodak as a research scientist. Organic electroluminescence, also known as organic EL, is a phenomenon in which certain organic materials emit light when voltage is applied. Prior to Dr. Tong's pioneering research, organic EL devices had very low efficiency and required very high voltage, making it difficult to commercialize this technology. In 1987, Dr. Tong invented a new EL device structure by stacking two carefully selected organic materials, which enabled high-efficiency light emission at low drive voltages. His pioneering work led to the practical use of organic light-emitting diodes, known as OLEDs. Compared to LCD screens, OLEDs are thinner, lighter, superior in contrast and color, and offer ultra-fast response time for functions such as refreshing and on-off switching. Today, we see widespread commercial application of OLEDs in computer displays, smartphones, televisions, and lighting. Dr. Tong is widely recognized as a leader far beyond the field of organic electronics. He holds more than 80 patents, and in 2018 was inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame. In addition to continuing his research into new possibilities for organic EL technology, Dr. Tong devotes time to training young researchers. His advice to the next generation is, to be successful, do something you are good at and do it with passion and perseverance.
It's truly a great honor to receive the 2019 Kyoto Prize in Advanced Technology. In accepting this prize, I'm deeply grateful to the Inamori Foundation and the prize committee for the recognition of my work in organic light-emitting diode, OLED.
It now gives me great pleasure to introduce Mrs. Ariane Minushkin, the internationally renowned stage director. As we all know, Mrs. Minushkin was the most recent recipient of the prestigious Kyoto Prize for Arts and Philosophy. And this is the third time in the past 50 years in which Mrs. Minushkin has been given the opportunity to share her life experiences and performative work with a US audience. Mrs. Minushkin is the founder and director of the Théâtre du Soleil in Paris. Since 1964, she has produced masterpieces with historical and political themes relating to both East and West. She has been influenced by No, Kabuki, and Indian cultures, as well as the Western works, introducing Shakespeare as well among her many achievements. Among several honours she has received is an honorary doctorate from Oxford in 2007, as well as the Golden Lion Award for Lifetime Achievement bestowed by the Venice Biennale. Now let me direct you to the upcoming video.
Ariane Minushkin was born in 1939 in France, the daughter of a film producer and an actress. In the late 1950s, she attended Oxford University, joining the Dramatic Society and the Experimental Theatre Club. In 1959, she formed the Theatre Association of Students in Paris. In 1964, during a decade of dynamic cultural, societal, and political change, Mrs. Minushkin founded Théâtre du Soleil. For more than 50 years, the group has continuously produced internationally acclaimed masterpieces, often with historical and political themes. As a writer and film and stage director, Mrs. Minushkin's innovations to theatrical expression have been globally influential. Since 1970, Théâtre du Soleil has been based at the Cartoucherie, a former armaments factory on the outskirts of Paris. Their productions are applauded for their intense physicality, cultural heterogeneity, and focus on collaboration, both between performers and with the audience. Mrs. Minushkin advocates that theater is an art form which should be collaboratively perceived, created, and enjoyed. She has gathered diverse talents and fostered their artistic mentality and creativity by exploring and developing their latent skills and imagination. The performances by Théâtre du Soleil have been compared to a festive meeting ground where all kinds of people encounter one another. It could be said that Théâtre du Soleil embodies the ideal of public theater. Under Mrs. Minushkin's direction, the group has found inspiration in theater, music, and dance in globally diverse traditions, such as circus, commedia dell'arte, and Asian theater traditions like Japanese No, kabuki, bunraku, and Indian kathakali. Mrs. Minushkin's theater invites us, her audience, to understand the times we live in. She has said, theater deals with politics. If you comply with the orders of the powers, you will someday realize that you were wrong. You will find that your fear of being criticized by others has put you in an unthinkable situation. I believe we must constantly be vigilant about cultivating the proper attitude. Her advice to younger generations is to have love, trust, and confidence.
Votre Altesse impériale, Princesse Takamado, Dr Kazuo Inamori, Madame Shinobu Inamori Kanazawa, honorables invités et amis, Mesdames et Messieurs. Il m'est très difficile de mettre des mots sur mes sentiments aujourd'hui. J'éprouve un mélange très intense de fierté, de joie naïve et aussi de tremblante incompréhension.
Before Chairman Ray McEwen introduces this year's Kyoto Scholarship winners, let's enjoy a little bit of Polonaise from the opera Eugene Onegin, written by Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky and performed by the Kyoto Symphony Orchestra.
As our presenting sponsor, Kaz Koshi of Union Bank informed us earlier, over $3 million in scholarships have gone through the Kyoto Symposium Organization in the last 20 years to worthy recipients as university scholars, but in particular, high school students, both from Tijuana and the United States. Let's look at their picture. You see the previous year's winners, and you see the current 7 recipients. Now, for particular enjoyment, we're going to see a video prepared, each one, by these 7 new scholarship recipients. Let's get to know them.
Hello, my name is Jorge Cooley. I'm 17 years old and I'm currently studying at Instituto Mexico in Tijuana, Baja California. My hobbies include watching movies, hanging out with my friends, playing sports, and practicing guitar. I've been part of the volleyball team as well as the dance club. But the sport that has impacted me the most is football. I've been playing football since I was 11 years old and it's helped shape me into the person I am today. I've actually been very fortunate to have been able to participate in 2 volunteer trips during my high school experience. The first was to a local community here in Tijuana, and for the second, we actually traveled to Mérida, Yucatan, where we worked with an underfunded elementary school. One of my proudest accomplishments was participating in the 2018 National Debate Competition. The reason I'm so proud is because participating required me to overcome a speech impediment and my fear of public speaking. Another was receiving the football award for Defensive Rookie of the Year. This award means more to me than an athletic accomplishment. It represents recognition for the years of work and dedication I've invested, as well as recognition for my leadership on the field. As for next year, I've applied to several computer science schools in the United States as well as in Mexico. And although I don't know where I'll end up, I know that I will be away from home. This scholarship is part of my contribution and appreciation for the effort my parents are making for me to get a quality education at the college of my choosing. I would like to thank the Kyoto Symposium Organization for honoring me with this scholarship. And I'd also love to take the opportunity to thank all of my friends and family for always being there for me and showing me support for each goal I have set for myself. A todos ustedes, muchas gracias.
Greetings. My name is Ana Cristina Semitis Mendez and I'm from Preparatoria Federal Lázaro Cárdenas, which is located in Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. First of all, I'd like to say that it's an honor to be here with you all today. And to give you a better sense of who I am, I'd like to start sharing with you that I'm very curious and passionate about questioning my surroundings. This is something that has given me the opportunity to be involved in many extracurricular activities that gave me a better sense of how important it is to be involved in our community and to making a change and impact in our society. To name a few, being Ambassador of Mexico in India's international movement to United Nations gave me the opportunity to connect with people from all over the world that gave me the inspiration to create Union is Strength, a platform devoted to create a communication bridge between students that live in a country that is in a situation of war, that they want to make a change and propose specific solutions among them. Volunteering is something I really enjoy. That's why I'm part of Interact from the Rotary family, where I'm coordinating 4 states of Mexico to execute diverse community service projects. I want to major in political science with a minor in philosophy, and being admitted at the New York University campus Abu Dhabi really gave me hope to achieve my dreams. I want to work in the United Nations to start making changes in the world that can help many sectors of our community.
Thank you to the Kyoto Prize organization for giving me the opportunity to accomplish my dreams.
Kwashindo Yunani Yasebelen, Saunkuya Winikaku, Tijuana, Baja California, Ñu Mixteco. Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Yasebelen, tengo 17 años, nací en Tijuana, Baja California y soy de origen mixteco. Actualmente estoy cursando 6º semestre en la Preparatoria Federal Lázaro Cárdenas. La carrera universitaria que elegí tomar es odontología, ya que me permitirá mejorar la calidad de vida de personas, sobre todo en mi comunidad. De igual manera es algo que me apasiona y amo. En los últimos años he tenido la gran oportunidad de participar en diversas actividades para el beneficio de mi comunidad, pero mi actividad favorita hasta el momento ha sido la visita a una escuela primaria que hice juntamente con mis compañeros de clase. Tuvimos la gran oportunidad de regalar zapatos y mochilas a los alumnos. De igual manera pudimos ayudar a mejorar las instalaciones y convivir con los alumnos también. El próximo año planeo estar estudiando la carrera de odontología en UABC. De igual manera deseo aplicar un intercambio al extranjero para ampliar mi conocimiento en técnicas y tratamientos. De igual manera deseo trabajar como asistente dental para ir mejorando mi trato hacia los pacientes y poder ser parte de campañas de higiene bucal en zonas específicas en Baja California. Esta beca me permitía cubrir gran parte de mis gastos universitarios y a su vez me permitía enfocarme en mis estudios. De igual manera se ha convertido en uno de mis más grandes éxitos gracias a lo que soy y a aquellas personas que vieron eso especial en mí, una simple chica indígena nacida en Baja California, es que estoy aquí en camino a crear sonrisas sanas. Muchísimas gracias a The Kyoto Symposium Organization y a la Fundación Internacional de la Comunidad por permitirme llegar hasta aquí, por permitirme semejante honor, el cual es ser una de las ganadoras de la beca Kyoto. Muchísimas gracias y que tengan bonita tarde.
Hello, my name is Miguel Ramos. I'm from Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. And I'm 17 years old, so let's talk about me. I believe in a better world, a world where art replaces weapons, a place where we can be truly free without fear, and I know that art can change the world. A place where even immigrants as me can leave their fingerprint and rise up. I have a great desire to study performing arts, whether in the United States or in another country, so that I can create plays or musicals or movies and inspire other people, just as art inspired me. So, I will show you a little bit of my work. Let's go. De ti comprendí el amor, que el tiempo no existe si me miras, si mi vida, en la vida y en la muerte, siempre estarás tú. I catch a glimpse from the other side. Lawrence Leach is all this chorus on the other side. My son is on the other side. He's with my mother on the other side. Washington is watching from the other side. Teach me how to say goodbye. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. My love, take your time. I'll see you on the other side. This scholarship was my first step, and I want to thank the Kyoto Symposium Organization for everything.
Hello, my name is Vivek Vijay Kumar, and I'm a senior at San Marcos High School. I'm interested in astronomy, from astrophotography to astronomy research. I'm going to show you what I do. I got interested in astronomy when I was 8 observing a lunar eclipse. Since then, my interest has grown pursuing amateur astronomy and pushing the boundaries of what I'm able to do. Every clear moonless night I can get is either spent imaging vast nebulae and galaxies, taking data on exoplanets or variable stars, or observing the colorful storms on Jupiter. Observing, imaging, or recording data is enthralling due to the wondrous nature of the objects and their beauty. Now it's dark since I've set up so I can start the telescope. And there it goes. Now I can monitor the equipment as the data gets collected. The process involves collecting data as the night passes, carefully tracking the target of interest as the Earth's rotation makes the sky pass overhead. Collecting a lot of data allows a lot of detail to show in photos or for more precise measurements of an object. Anything from clouds, wind, or equipment failures can disrupt capture. Obtaining multiple hours of data can yield impressive results. Through my independent research, I've done spectroscopy on variable stars that made it to the Intel International Science and Engineering Fair, where I received a second grand award. So now it's the morning, so I can process data whether it's spectroscopy or photometry and I'm using code, or if it's astrophotography data, which I use after stacking and registering the data. I also spend a considerable amount of time doing outreach with the Julian Dark Sky Network and San Diego Astronomy Association. where we hold star parties to bring our interest out to the public. In the future, I'm going to be attending a four-year college, and I don't know where that is yet, but hopefully I will study astronomy and then go on to graduate school to further pursue astronomy and eventually go into academia. And in order for all of that to happen, I'm going to need money. So I'd like to thank the Kyoto Symposium Organization for providing me with a generous scholarship that will aid me in these future endeavors.
Hi all, I'm Paulina Zacharko, and I actually put my hot chocolate in the microwave to see if I could get it done before I finish this video. After I work, which is at Joe and Ernie's Pizza, I always come home and I have hot chocolate as my nightcap before I do some studying. Studying is what I do, I want to say, like 30% of my time. I am taking 5 high school classes, but I am also taking 6 at my local community college and hoping to get my associates in political science before the fall. In the fall, I will be studying international studies, Russian and Ukrainian at American University in Washington, D.C. Diplomacy has always been an interest of mine. My mom is a Mexican immigrant and my dad's Ukrainian. So something's always in the news about me, right? You'll always catch me playing chess on my phone during my breaks. I like playing chess with people from Ukraine. I'm also speech and debate president at my high school and also founder of that as well. I'm politics and college corner editor at my school newspaper. I'm also a Questbridge scholar, so I am a first-generation student leader who is also a youth legislator for Shirley Weber's district. A huge thank you to the Kyoto Symposium Organization for having the confidence to put this money in my hands, and hopefully after I finish studying and getting experience in that, they have the confidence that the world will be in my hands and good ones at that. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Sofia Manriquez and I'm a senior at Otay Ranch High School. At school, I've personally experienced the collaborative and inspiring benefits of empowering the Women in STEM narrative as president and co-founder of my school's first Girls in STEM Club. I also enjoy learning about current events with my teammates at speech and debate competitions, even if it's only via Zoom. This is Silver Strand State Beach, where as a summer camp volunteer, I held the hands of young junior lifeguards as we dove under waves, just as someone had held my hand years before. I have now worked as a State Beach lifeguard for 2 years. So if you visit Silver Strand this summer, you might find me in one of the towers. As someone who loves the ocean, like a second home, protecting and restoring the environment has been an interest of mine since I was a little girl. When I was 13, I created conserveoceans.org. Since then, my passion for environmental solutions has grown to encompass climate change and social justice initiatives. Something we should all be discussing more is how climate change disproportionately affects marginalized communities. I'm hoping to make my impact by studying how we can increase the use of sustainable energy sources and secure clean water supplies, striving for an equitable future for everyone. I am over the moon excited to be prospectively pursuing an environmental engineering degree and a minor in human rights from Yale University. But a day I'll never forget is February 10th, 2021, where I found out I was chosen as a scholarship recipient from the Kyoto Symposium Organization. I am forever grateful for their generous support, and I'm determined to make every penny count. So thank you so much.
What an extraordinary group of young people, future laureates possibly. Let me give you some information about the upcoming lectures tomorrow and Thursday that are available to you. And we hope you'll tune in because you will hear from the laureates, but you will also hear each of them in conversations with their faculty hosts. It promises to be very exciting and interesting. Tomorrow, Wednesday the 24th, at 3:30 in the afternoon, Mrs. Ariane Minushkin will make her presentation, and as you recall, she's the Arts and Philosophy laureate. Thursday, we have 2 lectures. beginning at 2 in the afternoon with Professor Ching Tong, who is receiving the prize in advanced technology. And that should be a very engaging conversation and lecture, given the implications of his work. And finally, in the later afternoon at 4, Professor James Gunn, the laureate in basic sciences, will make his presentation and also engage in an exciting conversation with Alison Coyle. Please tune in and welcome to the next 2 days of lectures that will enrich and excite. And with that, I get to call Ray back to the podium.
Well, we hope you've been enjoying yourselves because, as you can see, we have. We are, after all, a Japanese organization. We have a couple things yet to accomplish, but Dr. Washak and Dr. Farrell and I would like to thank you very much for attending this evening, and we look forward to your attendance at the lectures in the next couple of days. Now, as you know, in recent years, most especially this last year, we've always needed a little help from our friends. And we'll get deeper into that topic of needing a little help from our friends. But first, a Japanese tradition. We would like Mary, Peter, and I to join you in a toast. We assume you can do this at home as well. And thank you for being here. So, kanpai! And now, for a little help with my friends.
What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song. I would try not to sing out of key. Oh, baby, I get a little help from my friends. All I need is my love. A little help from my friends. You know I'm gonna try. A little help from my friends. Oh, oh, yeah. What do I do when my love is away? Does it worry you to be alone? How do I feel at the end of the day? Are you sad because you're on your own? No, 'cause I've got a little help from my friends. That's what I'm talking about, some help from my friends. A little help from my friends. That's all we need, yeah. A little help from my friends. Come on, one and all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You need anybody. I need someone to love. Could it be anybody? All I need is someone, somewhere. but oh, it sure feels like I want a little help from my friend. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I want a little help from my friend. Come on now, baby, please be my friend. I want a little help from my friend. Come back home and be my friend. Everybody on Catalina right now. Everybody staying up late in the UK. This is Alexi Sales.